Meat pie is on our bill of fare today. Hello, welcome to my kitchen where we share easy recipes. So today's recipe, we are going to make it very simple as always, okay? And I'm very sure you will love it. So I'm kind of going to make it just like Nigerian pie, okay, because I'm making this for a Nigerian. That is just by the way. So I have with me here my 6 cups of all-purpose flour. You can use plain flour. If you have soft flour, you can use that as well. Now I'm just going to add my nutmeg. That is about a quarter teaspoon of nutmeg. Should you don't like the nutmeg, you can omit it, okay? Pacho means say to me employ. It's funny. I'm talking about how my hand is showing in the video. It looks like someone who has bleached. Please, I beg you. in the first place, I'm not even fair, okay? That is just by the way. So I think it's the camera where I positioned it. Yeah, now I've added a stick of butter to that, and I will just go ahead and then mix it very well. But in all, we are going to use 2.5 sticks of butter for this recipe, but just that I'll be adding to it bit by bit till everything mixes very well to become uniform, okay? Yes. Now if you want to add a pinch of salt, you can go ahead and do so, but we are not going to do that because the butter we are using contains salt, so there will be no need for that, okay? Yeah. Now I have added different type of butter as well. You can try that if you want to, but this does not add anything nice or bad to your pie, just that I feel like doing that, okay? So you can as well do so if that is what you want, okay? Yeah, if you want to use margarine instead of butter, you can do so, and that is perfect, okay? Yes, so this is where we've gotten to, and we just want to form the dough or bring everything together. So we have to introduce liquid, which we are going to use milk. You can as well use water if that is what you want. This pie crust is very simple to put together, and within some few minutes we are good to go. I made me milk just forget about that. So you add it to it bit by bit, and then you make sure you mix it till it becomes dough. Please be very careful with the liquid you add, so it will be advisable if you add it to it bit by bit. Now we don't want our pie crust to become very soft, but one thing I have realized from most of the Nigerian pie recipe is that their crust is soft. So you see this one is soft. Theirs are even softer than this, okay? And sometimes most of them they need the dough, but I am not going to need the dough, but I just want it soft like how they prepare it. And because of the person I'm preparing this for, I just want her to enjoy the pie very well. I have with me here my corn beef, so it means we are done with the pie dough, okay? So I have my corned beef here, and I'm just toasting it a little bit, so after that we can continue. Now I have with me here my potatoes, and that is in chunks, so I'll just add it to the corned beef. I did not cook it before adding, okay, but I know very well that it will become soft because they are not big. You may see it's very big in the screen, but they are very tiny, okay? Tiny cubes, and that is going to cook perfectly. If you like, you can just steam it for a while before you add it to your corned beef. Now give it a stir and then wait for a while. With the corned beef, it contains oil already, so do not bother to add any oil to your corned beef. I've added some onions and then I will give it a stir. I just don't want to add a lot of vegetables because these two vegetables are what she requested for. I mean, the onion and then the potatoes. I've added my pepper, ginger, garlic, onion, and I added some curry powder. You know, our Nigerian friends, they don't joke with curry powder. Okay, so I added that to it and then I will give it a stir. Do not even worry yourself to add anything salt to it because the corned beef contains salt, unless you are using the type that I usually use. It's less sodium. With that, you can decide to add salt. Even that, I do not add salt to it sometimes because most of the people who like the pie, they don't like salt. Okay, so I buy that for them because of they don't like salt. Yes, so if you are using the one that contains salt, you need to be very careful. You don't have to worry yourself and then be adding salt to it. Now I will go ahead. I went ahead to put or sprinkle some all-purpose flour on the working surface. I added the dough and I used my rolling pin to roll it to get that flat, not very flat, okay, but it was flat because I needed to add a lot of the filling because she needed a lot in. So I made it very flat so I could add a lot of filling in and then I will be able to seal it very well. Now after that, I cut them into round shape and added my filling as you are seeing on the screen. Closed it. Now I will seal it very well, and after sealing, this is how it looks. So perfect, very delicious Nigerian pie. Inside very rich, okay, like Ghana pie. It does not mean Nigerian pie their pie are not rich, but this tastes just like Ghana pie, but it looks like Nigerian pie because of how I mixed it, because of how I went about it. Okay, if you have eyes, you know, or you will understand it if you are Nigerian, okay, or if you are into pie business. Now we smear some egg wash on it and then kept it in the oven for 30 minutes at 350 Fahrenheit and it is ready. Just look at that, absolutely delicious. The inside is juicy. You could see that the video is running faster than the voiceover. I'm very sorry. That is why you always have to watch the video with sound, else you may not understand. Thank you for spending some time with me. Bye bye.